And after Bennetts British Superbike Race 1 here at Knockhill and back on the podium for Cheshire Mouldings Ducati, it's Rory Skinner. Rory, a great start to the race to you. You're putting in some really strong laps at the start and also some big moves as well. Talk us through the race and especially that move that they put on you that pushed you wide.
Yeah, I mean, it was a good race, to be honest, Laura. Quite happy to start race one off at home with a podium. It's nice, front row this morning and a podium this afternoon is pretty good. So happy enough with that. Nice to lead a race as well. It's been a while, and yeah, Brad put a fair move on me. It was just Robin's racing, and I'm not going to be one to complain about it. And yeah, I just kind of lost little bit of my rhythm at that point. Just kind of struggled a little bit with the grip, and yeah, just tried to hang on to both Kyle and Brad at that point, and managed to gap behind, and yeah, to first 30 lap race for us here in the Ducati. So it's yeah, a lot to learn from that, and a few things changing about for tomorrow, I think.
And talking about that, especially the Ducati's a completely new bike this year. We've obviously said it every other round so far. Coming into this weekend, you'd obviously had a short test here, but it must feel good to be in this position already, still with 2 races to go tomorrow and the data that you've got from today.
Oh, definitely. It's nice to actually be just consistently up in the mix again. I feel comfortable when I'm riding. I don't feel like I have to, overexert myself and be on the edge constantly. Don't get me wrong, we're pushing, there's no doubt about that, but it's just nice to constantly be, at the front, week in, week out now. It's weird, I don't want to become complacent with it, but it's nice to be there at the minute.
And what do you think you can do here tomorrow, Rory?
Well, I know what I want to do. So yeah, I'm not going to say it. A repeat of last year would be nice, but yeah, we'll see. It's nice to see so many fans out here already on a Saturday, and yeah, keen to see some more family and friends tomorrow.
Thanks, Rory, and congratulations.
Thank you. Cheers.
And back on the podium for OMG Nitrous Competitions Racing Yamaha, it's Kyle Ride. Kyle, this has been a traditionally tough circuit for you. So to be on the front row and to be in the fight in the race and also on the front row for qualifying, I think we saw a really strong performance from you there. And we were talking about it before and you said you were able to really try and put some moves on. Talk us through the race, please.
Yeah, it was a good start, all shot, first one of the year. And felt really good when the bike had full tank of fuel, new tyres. I felt really good on the bike. Was just trying to set a pace that I feel like I could do for half an hour. Rory come past and I just tried to settle in, save a bit of tyre really for the end. And when it got to the point of the race where Brad hit the front and tried to ride his lines, I had the pace to do it. I just kept struggling in a few corners and I felt like it was either going to be a second place or a crash. So I've just got to remember that we've not done any long runs on the tyres. It's the first time I've used that tyre this year in the dry, in the rear. So there's a lot going on. But yeah, first 15 laps I felt like I had the bike to put a good move and maybe win the race. But the last 15 laps I not really struggled, but struggled enough to lose a second or two to Brad. So tomorrow in warm-up, a lot of work to do, make the bike with low fuel and hopefully make the bike better for tomorrow.
And you're also explaining you had quite a big moment during that race as well. Talk us through that, please.
Yeah, it wouldn't look big on the TV, but sat on the bike, it was not great. So when Brad passed Rory into turn 3, obviously I was sat back, didn't have a lot of weight on the front and completely folded the front. So that woke me up a little bit and made me understand that the bike was working better with fuel and slowly but slowly I was losing fuel. So I had to ride the bike a bit differently. Didn't catch Brad up, but didn't lose any time either last couple of laps. So managed to hold the gap, but yeah, need to be catching him up tomorrow.
And do you think having that experience today where you've actually been able to see where he's stronger than you, that you can look at that now tomorrow and build on those for the next 2 races?
Yeah, biggest thing is obviously Brad would have set his fastest lap on lap 25 and mine would have been on lap 10. So just the feeling of the bike I liked at the start and Brad likes his bike throughout or if not at the end. So just got to work it out in morning warm-up, put some rubbish tyres in it, low fuel and just make the bike a bit better. If we can go a few temps faster than what we just did then, I'll be happy. But yeah, before I finished, hats off to all my team there. I only did 1 lap in qualifying because my engine broke. So they had an hour and 20 minutes to change the engine again. Bit of bad luck recently, but yeah, second place, thanks to them.
Thank you, and congratulations
Cheers.
to you and the whole team,
Thank
Kyle.
you.
And claiming victory for Raceways Yamaha, it's Bradley Ray. Brad, that one didn't come quite as easy as some of the others, it seems, so far this year. Talk us through it from your perspective and the moves you put on Rory and Kyle during that race, please.
Yeah, it was a solid race. I didn't get a very good start, so at that point I just needed to settle into the race. Kyle was strong at the start of the race. Rory passed me quite early on as well, and I was happy to sit in third. Long race around here, 30 laps. Just ticking off the laps at the start of the race. I saw that we was pulling a gap to fourth, so I knew that us 3 on the podium was safe. So just let the laps tick off, and was able to sort of make a move. Kyle made a mistake, and I was able to go underneath Kyle. And at that point, I knew I needed to attack Rory quite quickly. I felt like I had a bit better pace, but just couldn't pass him where I wanted to. So made a strong pass into turn 3, and then just got into the rhythm. Got into the rhythm that I knew I was able to do, and been working through in the practices and in the tests. So just tick the laps off. It's long round here, 30 laps. You get a little bit dizzy towards the end, but the bike was working well. Made a little step with the bike from qualifying, so I felt a little bit more comfortable. But yeah, I think if it's dry tomorrow, we'll expect the more of the same. But I think Rory and Kyle will stick with me towards the end. They'll make some changes and be a bit closer. But I enjoyed the battle. I enjoyed making the passes and being passed. That's what racing's all about. But in the end, we was able to bring it across the line in first for Raceways and for Yamaha.
Congratulations, Brad. That was a great race.
Thank you very much.